can you just give us an assessment of how you feel like the offensive line played yesterday? I know you guys gave up a few sacks, but it seemed pretty productive for the most part.
Yeah, I think it was a productive game for us. Obviously there's a couple things here and there, that we gave up. We would have liked to do better. But overall, I think we played a pretty physical game, and overall, we were able to run the ball, at times when it counted, and I think overall we did a pretty good job.
Hey Ryan, kind of getting into that. You didn't have a huge day rushing yesterday, but it seems like every time this offense plays well, there are moments when you guys are running the ball well, and that's kind of foundational to your success as a whole. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I know. Kind of like you said, we didn't have a ton of production, but at the same time, there were some key plays where we were able to move the ball on the ground, I think the preparation this week was great. I think Coach Marone and Streif did a good job at getting us ready. Obviously we have new pieces in there at the offensive line, and I think we came together well this week, and overall played pretty well.
And just as a whole, why do you think it is important for you all to be able to run the ball? And I guess yesterday it was really just staying kind of manageable third downs for the most part, whole game.
Yeah, I think when you look at time of possession, I think that's a huge statistic in winning games and being able to control what you want to control, and being able to run the ball is a huge part of our offense, and being able to continue holding on to the ball and having that time of possession, and then it also can open up different things too. So yeah.
Multiple people talked about how practice went really well last week. How can you make sure that is a weekly thing rather than losing the momentum?
Yeah, overall, I think last week was a good week. With this team right now, I think it's just it has to be week by week mentality. We have to be at our best every single week. There's no time for mishaps, miscommunication, any of that stuff. We're in a spot right now where everything has to be on key. We got to be locked in every week, and I think that's known. There's a huge sense of urgency right now in this locker room, and last week, I think we did a good job of locking in and focusing in and getting good work done during the week.
Does that urgency kind of force y'all together more so?
I think so. There's a kind of a shared sense of urgency, and we got to hold each other accountable, and we know we're holding each other accountable. So it kind of puts that much more pressure on each other. Each individual player, they got to be on top of their game.
Thank you.
Ryan, from a confidence standpoint, how much does it inject into an offense to hit a big chunk play on a 3rd and 10, 53-yard touchdown? But those plays aren't often able to. You aren't often able to get those on a 3rd and long.
Yeah, to be able to get a huge chunk play like that, it's obviously it's a booster for us. And yeah, they're hard to come by. They don't happen too often. So to be able to get that, keep swinging the momentum in our favor. Those are huge key plays in a game that really have a major effect in the outcome of the game.
Hey Ryan, were there any particular adjustments that the coaching staff made or that you guys made as a group that kind of helped acclimate the 3 new starters on the line this week better than in Pittsburgh the week before?
I wouldn't say there was any specific adjustments. Like I said earlier, I think Coach Marone and Streif, I think they do a really good job every week, but I think they had another good game plan going into this week, and I think everyone was able to have success with that. And, obviously playing Aaron Donald, he's a guy that you have to prepare for. Every week someone's preparing for him, and, he's a good player. So I think, when everyone had their chance against him, we had a good game plan against him, and, guys played well against him.
Now, obviously, with Eric out, those are big shoes to fill for anybody. Did you see Josh get a little more comfortable in week 2 in that starting role at center?
Yeah, I think a little bit. I think, I think he did a good job stepping up the first week, but yeah, I think he may have been a little bit more comfortable this week. We were at home, which obviously helped a little bit too. But I think he did a good job. I think he's a smart player, and I thought he played with confidence and did a good job.
Ryan, obviously he's gotten some opportunities in the past as well, but can you just speak a little bit about what you saw from Landon Young as well, and what you've seen from him so far this season?
He's he's done a good job preparing this whole year. If his number ever gets called, but he's played, I think, a little bit more right tackle than left. So he did a good job preparing this week, and going out there and competing. Overall, I think he played fairly well. Yeah.
It seemed like, y'all obviously won the time of possession battle, so it seems kind of surprising that third down was 4 of 11. Did it feel like third downs were moving still?
Yeah, obviously we didn't finish as well as we would have liked to in the third down battle. Fortunately our defense was able to get the ball back to us a few times there, and that's one thing that we talk about during the week is, we got to be in manageable third down situations, and then, we got to win the third down conversion battle. So still, a little bit of work to do there, and could have been a little bit more efficient. Yeah.
Ryan, what's your go-to Thanksgiving dish?
Pretty traditional. Turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy. Polish heritage, so kielbasa was usually served. Yeah, traditional.
Traditional plus kielbasa.
Yeah, plus sprinkle that in there, yeah.
Pumpkin or apple pie?
I'm a big apple guy. I'll take the apple pie.